Welcome to the world around us, and I'm your host, Beatriz Caraballo. And today we have a fabulous diva on the show. And she brought some tasty temptations with her. So we're just going to leave it right here so that all of you can enjoy while we speak and while we chat a little bit. Today, the topic is female entrepreneurs on the rise. So keep an ear out, learn something so that you can start your own business. According to the National Association of Women Business Owners, between 2014 to 2019, there are 12.3 million women-owned businesses.
Yes.
I love that number.
Let's go.
They employed nearly 9.4 million people and generated more than 1.9 trillion in revenue per year. Women are a driving force in this nation. Don't forget that. Women of color own 64% of the new women-owned businesses launched every day. Every day. Black women have seen the biggest growth rate among all ethnic groups. Latina women grew more than 87%. There are 62% of small business owners between the ages of 40 and 59. It ain't never too old for it. So, she has more than 20 years of sales, business development, and business administration experience. She has a great business track record through South Jersey and Pennsylvania. I'm sure she has more than that. She just doesn't tell the whole story. But we're gonna, dig into that. In 2013, she launched Blue Lyrics Cafe. This venture included music performance and great food in different locations on Camden's waterfront. Nowadays, you call them pop-ups. The inventor of the pop-ups.
Well.
And she is known as, and she's going to have to explain this one, Betsy Johnson of Cupcakes.
Voila.
I had to bring that one up. I asked all my guests for their resumes, their biographies. I want to read all about them. And when I saw that, I said, I got to bring that up because that is too cute not to bring it up.
Yes.
So here with us is Jacola Thomas. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
I am
honor.
so excited because I said I can't do the world around us if I don't bring her on. I gotta bring her on and show my audience the temptations, all the tempting goodness. So tell us a little bit about you, Jacola. You.
Wow. Well, I've been in the industry of sales, like you just quoted, for over 20-something years. Kind of fell into it. We all have our start, our beginning.
Somewhere.
And I was I kind of fell into it. I was young, I was about 19, and I had my first son, and I needed to figure out a way to make things work. I started going to college, at a local community college, but I needed to make some money to provide for myself and my son. So I found myself in a retail management training program.
Oh.
That's really where it began. It's where I discovered that I guess now I could say I have an innate ability to connect, to create, to complete. And it's just really carried me. I did later on go back to college and graduated from Eastern University.
Nice.
And I planned on going back until Creamies.
Everything that you do brings you back a full circle.
It really, really does.
To your real purpose, your real goal, your real mission in life.
Yeah.
Because we're all created with one, we just got to figure it out.
Yes.
And so your track record brought you full circle.
It's funny that you should say that. For many, many years, I've said, God, you've given me so many gifts. I need you to show me the one.
Yes.
Show me the one. I can talk to people. I can, seal a deal. I sing a little, all that good stuff. But show me the gift. And to me, Creamies is really inevitably, without a shadow of a doubt, the gift.
It is.
I'm a cook. which is a part of Blue Lyrics
yeah,
Cafe.
yeah.
And a good cook. Baking I dabble with. My grandma made this fantastic bread pudding. I would take that, put a spin on it, put some rum in it and all that stuff. Then I got into a little peach cobbler and, banana pudding. That was the one that actually ignited me to try different things, which is actually how I got the name Creamies. Yeah.
She has created just and creamy dreamies, okay? Because you look at them and they smell. If you sit here, listen. Let me try to focus here.
Temptation.
Okay, temptation. I told you I was going to bring it today, and there it is.
Right.
And I have watched her grow so much through the years, and even recently, you have really broken, I think, your imagination of creating and designing.
Yeah.
Because she just showed us the one for her son's birthday.
Mm-hmm.
It is beautiful. And the details in all the cakes, not just this one, but in all, if you go on her Facebook and you start seeing the things that she posted, from the time that she posted the first one to now, you can see the evolution of your designing. And to see the one that she did for her son, it's just so much detail in there.
Yeah, it is. It's amazing. I rent a commercial kitchen, but I can't do. My creativity comes out in my own kitchen. That's where the ambiance is.
Yes.
So
you put the little music, and you're into your own groove.
Oh yeah, and every time I try to bring all of my stuff to the kitchen, I'll forget something. It just feels like I'm out of the zone. But in that kitchen, is where the creativity and the spirit of creativity abides. And I can tell you many times I've stepped back and looked at a cake or a cupcake like, oh my God.
Did I do that?
Yeah. Like who's in church, pastors speak of when someone passes away that, they had some type of gift or mantle on their life. It's up for grabs pretty much, in the spirit realm. And one day I remember thinking, whose mantle did I take on? Because this is
you didn't think you had it.
I never tried, I mean, I recall a couple of years ago and making the banana pudding. I made a special cream to go inside. It's not your average, banana pudding. And I remember having some on a spoon thinking, I bet this would taste really good in a cupcake.
Oh,
that's where it all started.
That's how you get ideas?
That's where it all started. I lie to you not. And that was 2 years probably before I started Creamies.
Wow.
And then one day my son, he was playing in a basketball league. And it was they were going for the playoffs, and I stayed up until about 1 o'clock in the morning to make these cupcakes because I said they're winners either way, and I posted that too.
Motivation.
And I took them. They won, thank God.
See?
And afterwards, to sweeten it up, they got a cupcake. And these players and the coaches and the parents were just asking, "Are you selling these?" And I said, no, I'm not selling them,
It was
I'm
just
giving them
fun.
away. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then a few months later, I had a little birthday event, and I brought some of those. But this time, I added a flavor, which was brandy, which is simply a French brandy that my neighbor had given me for a housewarming party.
Oh, my goodness.
And that was...
You really use all the flavors.
Let me try a little bit of this.
And so what happens?
Exactly. That's why I call my kitchen the lab. That's the place where I experiment, where I create, and whatever comes out is what it is. But that particular night, I had the banana pudding and I had the French brandy. They were my two. If you go back to my page, I look at those cupcakes now like, oh my God, they were just basic in comparison to
You
these.
can tell from the very first time you started to post.
Yeah.
You can see how the designing has taken just flight.
Yeah.
And are you ever scared of mixing anything or doing
not
anything?
anymore. In the beginning, mixing never, because if it doesn't work, you could just throw it in the trash. I mean, some of my worst mistakes, I think, come out to be my greatest creations. Including that cake for my son's birthday, because that started out in one direction. It was supposed to be a whole nother color, and it didn't work. So I just dumped it and said, "All right, God, I need you to help me with this one. This is my baby's cake." But
It's fabulous
yeah,
for a
thank
mistake.
you. Yeah, thank you. But never afraid of that. I can recall the first time I attempted to make a 2-layer cake, a
Uh-oh.
tiered cake.
Oh,
And I
okay.
was so nervous because I thought, oh my God, this cake is going to tip over. And when
You
I,
had never done that.
yeah, no. And when I realized, and so what if it does? Just make it over again.
Yeah.
And once I realized that you can fix a mistake,
Mhm.
you can start all over again, which
Exactly.
life, you know what I
Exactly.
mean?
You
And,
fail and you
yeah,
just
new
get up,
focus.
dust it off, and let's
Exactly.
go.
Now I know don't do that. Now I know
Right.
don't put too much of that. Now
Right.
I know that's too sweet or whatever.
Mhm.
And so from there I've just been just moving forward, and there's nothing that
Right.
I'm afraid to try. Nothing.
Were you afraid to start your business as a female? Were you afraid?
There were multiple things. Yeah, I initially okay. So my birthday party, one of my girlfriends, her husband said to me in a very compelling way, Jacola, you need to sell those cupcakes. And I'm looking at this.
Oh, you had not thought about it at
No,
all.
I did 2 years ago,
Okay.
but you know, during my day job, I'm an executive,
Right.
and I thought, what am I going to look like selling cupcakes? Like, what in the world? You know, you got this
I can't do that.
Yeah. And so my girlfriend said, you look like somebody selling a cupcake, making some money. And I said, yeah, but they're not your average cupcakes, right? Which is now one of my hashtags.
Exactly.
I'll make a hashtag out of
Yep.
anything.
Yeah.
So that was my first fear of really just putting it out there because, you know, sometimes we get, as strong as I am, sometimes we get caught up in the wind of
Yes.
the whisper.
Yes.
And, you know,
What are they gonna say? How are they gonna look at me?
Oh my God, what happened to
Yep.
your job? And sure enough, I
Yes.
had people inboxing me and are you still working?
No.
Because, you know, but yes, I am still working. I'm a career woman, very much so, and I love what I do. But this is a gift that is completely opposite of what I do that I'm going to pursue.
I just see that, you know, you can have multiple
Yeah,
ways
absolutely.
of bringing in revenue.
Absolutely.
You don't need to just have that 9 to 5.
Absolutely.
Why not have 9 to 5 and then
Right.
my dream on the side?
Right. And you know what I realize is some people do move too fast. It's not to say
Yeah.
that that's not going to be an end goal.
Right.
However, for right here and right now, this is the time
fabulous.
of cultivation, getting
Yes.
to know what I can do, what I can't do, the business side of it,
Right.
you know, how to perfect my craft,
Right.
marketing, all of that
Mhm.
good stuff before I launch into the deep. Sometimes
Exactly.
we fail. The Bible says we fail for, you know, lack of knowledge. We fail for
Exactly.
lack of knowledge.
Exactly.
So this is the time where I'm studying my craft,
Mhm.
perfecting my craft, and you know,
And it's part,
I'm
it makes
ready
it part of the
and-
business plan.
Absolutely.
Because in any business, and we always talk about it, you got to write your business plan. You
That's
got to
right.
plan it out.
That's right.
Sometimes we're so excited, we just want to do it out of whim.
Exactly. Right.
We just want to just go.
Right.
It's okay to just go.
Right. But you have to go with a plan.
But, you know, don't skip down
Have
the
to go with a
road
plan.
with a flower and everything's just
Right.
great. Because something might happen
Mhm.
and you're not prepared.
Absolutely.
And especially being a female,
Mhm.
it's even double
Mhm.
that we have to prove ourselves and we have to
Absolutely.
make sure everything's down to
Mhm.
perfection,
Right.
or at least close to perfection, because
Mhm.
nobody's perfect, but close to perfection so that we can succeed.
Absolutely.
And so I love this woman because she's always so prepared and so into the details,
I
not just
try.
of the design, but in the back office, she's sitting there and she's actually just thinking, if I
Mhm.
do this, is it going to work? If I do
Exactly.
this, what's the outcome of it?
Mhm.
And you have to think of all those things.
Mhm.
And you have to know your weaknesses.
Right.
Because everybody's like, yeah, I'm the best.
Mhm.
Okay. What's your weakness? Everybody has one.
Absolutely.
Everybody might even have 2 or 3.
Mhm.
Okay? I'm not perfect. Listen.
Me either.
Beatrice takes a while.
So does Jacob.
All right? So you have to plan things out. You have
Yeah.
to make sure, okay, I did A through B,
Absolutely.
B through C, because in between there's a few little steps you got to take in between that A and B.
Right.
So you have to make sure all your T's and all your I's are dotted
Right.
and crossed.
Right.
You have to. And so I've always watched her, and I've always been amazed by her and how she works,
Wow.
how she functions. And I like having role models like
Wow,
yourself
that's
in
such
my
an honor,
life
Beatrice.
because I learn from just watching you.
I think we learn from each other.
Yes.
You know, I've watched you. I've watched, challenges that you've gone through. You've seen my challenges. And we've always managed to really turn those challenges into learning,
Yes.
teaching moments.
Yes.
Just to pivot back to really having a plan and understanding the importance of really doing your research, especially with something like food.
Yes.
And so a lot of us, I spoke about this in another interview, how some of us just say, oh, I want to do this. I'm going to sell dinners. I'm going to sell fish sandwiches. I'm going to sell platters or whatever. And I guess it really depends upon what your end goal is. But if your end goal is really to become successful and to not have someone knocking on your door, some will call them the man, knocking on your door, it's really important to do your research and make sure that you have everything in order.
Right.
So after I really realized that, hey, this business is going to go somewhere. I mean, I posted something, the power of social media, posted something on Facebook and Instagram, and that was a Thursday evening at about 8 o'clock. By Friday that morning, I had 11 orders.
Whoa.
I baked over 100 and something cupcakes. And mind you, at that time, I had 3 flavors.
Oh.
I had banana pudding, I had
you were making it work.
French brandy, and pineapple rum. And that was easy as pie. By 3 to 4 weeks later, I had 12 flavors, and I'm creating every day. But after that first, second, third week, I realized, well, God, this may not ever stop. Let me be prepared. Let me get prepared. And so what I did was I started doing some research. The first thing I did was open up a business account. Went and got an LLC. And I'm familiar with that. Learned some more things about that. I realized I could have more. I had an LLC with Blue Lyrics, but then I realized, hey, I could have actually had more than one under an LLC. So that was a teaching moment as well. Then I was shopping one day for some items and ran into, and I knew this, I don't know why it slipped my mind, but I was talking to a woman in a retail store, and she's like, she worked there. She's like, you can't bake in your kitchen, right? And I'm like, yeah, I guess. And I'm like, oh crap, I guess I forgot about that. It's again.
You get wrapped up.
Yeah, you do. And all the business. And so there's a law against that called the carriage law. And you're not allowed
you have to get it.
So I went out and ironically and this is why it's great to end relationships in a nice way, because I was actually able to go back to the commercial kitchen that I cooked out of for Blue Lyrics.
Get out of here.
And it was all God, because things just lined up to me even remembering where this woman was, because this was in 2013. When I had the other business. I went back. I didn't have her number. I drove up. Her number's plastered on the outside of the business. I called her while I was in the parking lot. She answered the phone. We're talking, going back and forth. And I said, my issue is I know I need to find insurance. But when I had the other business, he wanted $300 and something. Well, it was because it was an event. Managed to get very low, reasonable insurance to cover myself. The SafeSurf, certification app managed to come along, and just things started to line up, and business continued. And so the next thing was, marketing. Needed to get my marketing together. Business, cards and my social media outlets. And I did go to school for marketing and business. Yeah, so that was easy. And not only that, those 23 years, I put it all in action. Everything that I'm doing for somebody else, I'm doing it for me too. Because sometimes, all the time, we work super hard for other people. For people that we may come home and complain about. For people who may not even like us. For people who may be using us. This could be family, friends, work, whatever. But you make yourself second, third, fourth, fifth.
You're not even in the equation
not at all.
sometimes.
Not even,
Oh, man.
And so I said, you know what? For years, I've approached people that I didn't know to ask for business.
Yeah, see.
I've connected people that I didn't know.
Exactly.
To gain business, I've built relationships, cultivated relationships. I've fixed problems. I can do that same thing for me.
Exactly.
And so with that, here we are ending our 6th month, and it feels like a year already.
Doesn't it?
It really does.
I look at your Facebook and it's like, Okay, it feels
Yeah.
like 2 years now.
I know, and people forget that. So they're like, "Oh, when you gonna open up a store?" I'm 6 months old.
Yes, absolutely. And like she said, in the beginning, she did all the documents. She
Mhm.
did all the paperwork. It's better to do things
Yeah.
legally.
Mhm.
It's better to do things in order so that down the road you don't get into a
Yeah.
legal bind of any
Yeah.
kind. So that down the road you don't have a customer, a client that comes back and says, "I'm gonna sue you because
Mhm.
this, and this."
Yeah, and you're not prepared.
Exactly. And then you're not covered.
Right.
Then what? So just like I did, just like she did, when I first started, I said, okay, I did it out on the women. Then I started to say, should I be doing this out
Yeah,
on
I
the
better
women?
get right.
Wait a minute, because I'm dealing with all these people.
Yeah.
And everybody's very different.
Mhm.
And okay, I create websites because that's what I do. Create websites. I do the
Mhm.
broadcasting. I do the public relations. But okay, I'm still dealing with people,
Right.
and I'm still creating these events for people.
Mhm.
And so, how am I going to cover myself
Right.
if I don't have all the paperwork
Right.
in place? So, yes, dream. There's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
Dream as big as you want. Just make sure that when you start, you have a solid
Right.
foundation.
Do the work.
Yes,
Put the work in
absolutely.
to really learn. And in the end, you'll learn that it really will benefit you.
Yes.
And that next piece for me is the background piece, the administrative piece, because of the fact that I am very, very busy. I'm a mother, career woman, business owner, a landlord. There's just so many, arms. And I guess sometimes I go so fast, I forget. Girl, you got all these things. That's why your bed's not made. That's why the shoes are by the front door.
That's why our hair is this way.
Exactly.
Listen,
Exactly. But
you wake up and all you know is what's next.
Exactly. Okay. Well, the first thing I do is grab my phone and look at my calendar because I live by it, and that came through missing appointments or being late or whatever. And so hey, I need a calendar. I need reminders. I need my alarm to go off more than once.
Oh.
And I need to do what I need to do. So that's the next piece for me is, in all that I'm doing, I need to make sure that my business is together administratively. So, make sure you have your tax documents together, track your mileage, your receipts. And, I recalled from Blue Lyrics thinking, oh my God, I hate tax season. And because this
Get all the receipts out.
Yes, this kind of took off so quickly. I have receipts everywhere. So my paperwork sat for a long time.
Oh, wow.
All right, so let me go my purse, let me go my side pocket in my car, and I'm going to go over the top of my dresser. And I said to myself, I am not going to do this next year. So step 2 is,
getting organized. Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
All of that good stuff. So that next year, I'm ready to go. If I wanted to take out a business loan,
exactly.
I don't have to. But if I needed to, here are my documents.
Everything's in place.
Absolutely.
Yes. And I had to learn because the tax season, and he's asking me for this, and this, and that. And I'm like, I forgot to bring that. Oh no, I don't know if I have that. Oh wait, did I throw it away? No. Now, as soon as I come home, I have his folder with his name on there, and everything goes in there. And when it's time to go to him, all I'm doing is
putting it
together.
Exactly.
That's all it is. Because he's even taught the accountant I have, and he's just fabulous. And he has taught me these are the things I need. I need you to put them in this order.
Right.
I could do it for you, but I know you like learning, so I'm gonna teach you.
Exactly.
And I love that.
Exactly.
I love learning from other people. I don't know nothing about taxes.
Yeah.
So teach me.
Yeah.
And the more questions that I would ask him, the more he would be willing to tell me.
Right.
So I learned so much. So, but me, I have receipts everywhere. In the shoe boxes.
I know.
Wait, I would go out to
go
out to the restaurant and bring the receipt and put it in my shoe as I'm taking it off.
What? That's funny.
And I'm like, where did I put that receipt? I know I put it somewhere, and it's in my shoe.
Oh, that's funny. That is funny.
So I have learned all sorts of things.
Yeah.
But as a female, have you been afraid to do anything?
Oh gosh. I've been through many things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm divorced.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that may have been the only thing that I encountered where I said, whoa, I got to figure this out. But I don't think it was ever to the point where I remained stagnant.
Mm.
Fear,
Mm-hmm.
anxiety, the unknown pushes me.
Absolutely.
It pushes me to learn,
Mm-hmm.
to stop, think, pray,
Mm-hmm.
to put a plan together,
Mhm.
to write things down.
Mm-hmm.
I know I went through a moment where it was like, whoa, it was a whirlwind.
Mm-hmm.
But once I prayed the prayer, God, take this cup from me, or show me how to walk through this,
Mm-hmm.
I got myself together, and I tell you, I look back often, and I am just wowed at all that came together.
And we're going to be taking a wow break,
Yeah.
and we'll be right back. Welcome back to the world around us. Remember, I'm still your host, and I'll always be your host, Beatriz Caraballo. And we have a phenomenal guest as you've been listening to her and to her story and to all her lessons, Jacola Thomas.
Thank you again. Such a pleasure.
It's been so great to have you
Yes.
because so many women are on the verge of changing their lives, but they're scared of taking that step.
Yeah.
And you took that step.
Yeah.
Was it frightening to
It
take
was.
that step?
It was frightening. Are you referencing this step or the step we ended with?
I tell you, we've been talking so much.
I know.
Let me bring it back. I asked her, what, as a female, was there something that ever scared her?
Mm-hmm.
And so she said that with God before her, nothing. Because He just pushes her to the next level. Prepares her and pushes her to the next level. But in business, there's even a bigger fear.
Mm-hmm.
Because as you said in the beginning, how's it going to look?
Right.
I'm an executive selling a cupcake. That's like the Girl Scouts.
Yeah.
I'm going to sell you some Girl Scout cookies while I'm the executive.
Right. That's it. The only fear was that, just getting it out there and, owning it, owning what I do, and owning it unapologetically. Yes, I sell cupcakes.
Yeah.
Yes, I sell cakes now, and they're amazing. They're not your average cupcake. They're not your average dessert. You can eat it all, and they don't look like the norm.
Exactly.
So I make whatever it is that you foresee, and the best thing is now people will come to me.
Well, now you're catering
say,
to their design.
Yeah. Well, now it's like, just use your imagination. Whatever, I know. And that is one of the greatest feelings ever. Or to have someone say, I went to an event last week and I said, oh, that's a Creamies cupcake. That is amazing.
To recognize
at 6
you.
months.
Oh, to
At 6
recognize
months,
you.
yes.
That's like when you're a singer and your crowd can sing along with you.
Right.
You're like, oh,
exactly.
You know the words to my song. We were both singers, so we know that feeling.
Yeah, they're singing with me.
Now, when starting a business, what could be the biggest downfalls?
That you're not ready to take on, I mean, the business per se. That you don't have support. There were many times I thought, oh my God, this is too much. But at 3, 4, 5 o'clock, there's been days I've been up 24 hours. But I realized I'm building a business.
Yeah.
And it's so rewarding.
Yeah.
So it could just be, not the fear of the unknown. Like, what if, I can't meet this, expectation? What if I fail? What if I get a complaint? That is the fear. However, it's one that I'm not afraid of, because I realize that business comes with that.
Right.
It comes with those fears. It comes with those challenges. And these things come to make you strong. So without them, you are unable to learn.
Yes.
You're unable to perfect your craft.
Right.
You're unable to get over. Now I could sit and listen. Oh, okay. What was the problem? Okay. Oh, all right. Sweet. Okay. Well, I don't do super, super sweet.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
it's fine.
And you have to be able to be flexible when they tell you.
Absolutely.
When they give you their review. Don't get upset.
Exactly.
If it's something negative, work on improving
Right.
it so it doesn't happen again.
Right. And I want to know. So as a business owner, the one thing that I will do is I'll pick up the phone. Hey, just wanted to know if everything was okay. Did you enjoy your order?
I ordered creamy from her, and she must have been asking me. I don't know how many times.
Was everything okay?
Did you like it? Did you taste it? I was like, I'm still driving.
I just started.
Yes, you have just started.
And you got that peanut butter. That was my first time making the peanut butter.
And it was the first time doing the strawberry.
Yes.
And she was like, I need to know, B.
Yeah,
I need to know.
Gotta fix it. I gotta know. Is it too thin, too thick? What?
And I said, I'm still driving. When I get home. And I got home, and I looked, there she is again.
Oh, no,
I was like,
bad.
I was like, okay, let me taste this, because it was in the car, and the smell, I'm telling you guys, the smell, the aroma, just, tickles you fancy.
Mission accomplished.
I'm telling you, she knows how to get you.
Oh, gosh.
Now, how do you see your business in 3-5 years?
Oh gosh, I definitely see brick and mortar.
Do you?
Absolutely.
So you
I would
want
be crazy
that?
not to. Oh yeah, absolutely. I would be crazy not to. I have
But
people
to bring
now.
Blue Lyrics with it, or just the
That's an
cater?
option. So Blue Lyrics right now is is on the side right now because of the
It's
fact
dormant for a little bit.
It is just for a little bit. I saw the name, but it takes so much for that business. I couldn't do it. I remember walking down. One of the events I had was at the Camden Children's Garden. We used that back section where the tent was, and I rented tables and changed the whole ambiance. But it was when I was walking down in the parking garage with 2 watermelons in my hand, one on each side, and some hills and a little dress that I said, this must be my passion because this is crazy. I just got off of work. It was crazy.
You were doing the dirty dancing scene.
Yeah, and then I was still trying to, climb the career ladder and just a lot going on, So I stopped doing that and I started doing a little bit of catering.
Okay.
And then more career. I was promoted and all that good stuff. So I kind of didn't get the chance to go back to that. And which is difficult because it did require, I had my family, they helped out a lot, but it was a lot.
It is.
A lot in that. I had to sell the tickets, rent the venue, cook the food.
That's totally different.
Oh my God, it was a lot. This, I come home and I'm like, all right, look at my orders. Okay, here we go. Everything up, get everything together.
Right after you come from work,
and
she goes into her passion.
Man, I'm gonna post a Creamies picture and a executive.
Yeah.
You're like, who is that girl?
I saw the video the other day. You dancing with your
God.
Yeah, she's in her world.
Yeah,
she is in her world. When you're doing exactly what you need to be doing when you feel that way.
Yeah, and I concur with that, as well as even in my career. 11 years in one location, and if I did not possess passion, I can't stay because that's what drives me.
Yeah.
The passion, the enjoyment, the enthusiasm, knowing that I'm helping, others and I'm bringing them, and
you're not doing that connecting.
Yeah, exactly. I love it.
we connect so well because we are like that.
Mhm.
That okay, we'll listen, and all of a sudden we'll say, you know what, you should meet,
Right. Right.
and we're connecting.
Right.
We're connecting.
Right.
She's great at that. I met her and she was connecting people, and I'm like,
That's what I do.
that's my twin right there.
That's what I do.
What do you see that's unique in your business compared to another catering business?
I guess I could start with just the look. It's me. We'll talk about the Betsy Johnson thing. So Betsy Johnson is a designer that you could find in stores that are affordable.
Okay.
Right? She's known for jeweling up everything, colors, making it pretty loud and stylish. So if it's a pair of glasses, you're guaranteed to have some kind of bling or something on it. If it's a shoe, you might have a pom-pom with a bunch of colors. And so I did this cake a couple of weeks ago. It was like a Tiffany blue cake. I learned how to do the bows and the fondant. I put strawberries and, bling all over it. When I stepped back, I thought, that looks like a Betsy Johnson shoe or purse. I was like, I'm the Betsy Johnson of cakes and cupcakes. I'm reachable.
Yes.
I'm not something like, when I grow up, I want to buy a Betsy. No, it's something I can get right now. So it's affordable. It's quality. The taste is amazing. It's not just something that's pretty, but it tastes horrible. My products, I make sure that they not just look good, but they taste amazing. And sometimes, that's what you get. You pay a lot of money for cakes. They look great, because they're a pocketbook, a purse, or whatever it might be, a smiley face. But when you cut into it, it's just like, let me peel this stuff off or whatever. So all of my products are buttercream. And you can eat just
delicious.
about everything on it.
Yes.
That's the goal.
And that I like because sometimes you get a really decorated cake and you can't eat the decorations, and you're like, well, then
what's the point?
That's not fun.
Right.
Like I want that. Right there.
I want to eat that. Right. And you want it to taste good.
Exactly.
Good. So that's one of the differences a few of the differences between my product and some of the local great bakers. And I just say it's done with love. When I do take the time. My son's cake you mentioned, I did a little girl's birthday cake. I think like 2 weeks ago, and I got so much enjoyment out of doing that cake. Looking at her little face, while I'm doing it, because I put her face on the side of the cake.
I didn't see that one.
Oh, it's so cute. You have to go back and look.
Is it on Facebook?
Yeah, it is. It's on Facebook and Instagram.
Oh, I gotta go see that one.
I just thoroughly enjoyed that cake, and looking at her was like studying her character. And I knew, I don't even think I met her officially because I went to church with her parents.
Okay.
But
you had the picture and you
I
could
had
see
the
it.
picture and I thought, they had the baby and and but connecting with that photo, doing my son's birthday cake yesterday. That's my baby. And he's so much like me. But once I put a little crown on it and I'm like, would you look at this boy? He is so cute. Your average baker is not doing that.
No. Well, and you know what I liked when you showed it to me? That's why I asked you who did the picture, because it's so clear.
Yeah.
Usually you'll order a cake like that, and there's like cracks in the people's faces.
Yeah.
It's not quite clear.
The care is not there.
No. And I like that meticulous, very particular.
Yes.
She studies where to put the strawberry. She studies where to put the crystalline. She studies where to put that cookie, because if she puts it over here, that has the same angle as this.
Exactly.
Like, what? Can you just put the strawberry, please? Can you just drizzle, please?
Listen.
And she's like, nah, this drizzle ain't right.
You can't just drizzle. You gotta drizzle. You have to drizzle.
And I like that about her. I like it. When you started, did you have to get any financial help?
I did not.
Okay.
And I could tell you a story about that. That was also God ordained.
Amen.
Because in the beginning, I you think, oh my God, I'm gonna start a business. I gotta get money. And I did call, and I looked into getting a loan. And I'm not embarrassed to say that I didn't get the loan because my credit score is phenomenal. I make good money. I have multiple streams of income, which is what we're supposed to have.
Exactly.
It's not like I got a bunch of money, so don't come looking for me.
No.
I'm just saying, I manage my assets and things that I have.
You gotta build your financial portfolio.
Exactly. But I realized after the third week how I was rolling.
You
I
didn't
wasn't
need it.
supposed to.
You didn't need
I
it.
wasn't supposed to. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, I didn't even need that.
Yeah.
And what I did was every dime I made, and I still do that, I
Recycle
put
it.
it back
That's right.
into my business because I have to perfect my craft.
Exactly.
So at night, you know, some might be scrolling on this, whatever. I'm scrolling, looking up new products, looking up new ways to, you know, beautify my product and, you know, enhance it and make it tasty or whatever. And then I dump that money right back into my product.
You have to invest in yourself. You have to
Yes.
invest in your business.
Absolutely.
I've heard too many people, well, you know, that costs too much.
Mm-hmm.
Business cards,
Yeah, take a
that
chance.
costs too much.
Mhm.
I'm just going to print them out of my, you know, print out
Yeah.
a hole with
Mhm.
some paper.
Yeah. You
Negative
cannot.
on that.
You
Negative.
can't, yeah.
Like I tell my little granddaughter, negative, chief.
I mean, if that's what you have to do because that's where your pockets are,
That's fine.
then do that. But make sure you circle back around.
Exactly.
And income begins
And make
to
it better.
stream in. Because there's a certain level that you want to look.
Present.
You know what I mean? If
At all
you're
times.
going to present your business to, you know, a large industry or
Right.
whatever, they're going to look at how much care and how much money you
put
place
into those
and time you
details.
place into
Yes.
your own business.
Yes.
And so I can't trust that you are concerned enough about the way you look, about the way your business is. How can I trust and, you know, that you're going to do good for me and my business? So
Exactly.
that really does matter.
You have to put every effort in taking care of not only and listen, I understand that a lot of us go through financial strains. I got it. Been there, done that, and every once in a while I struggle again for whatever reason. But I'm always reinvesting in my business.
Absolutely.
I always figure out how to reinvest. You know, putting on a show, there's a whole lot of things you have to do behind the scenes before you even get to here.
Yeah.
Before you get on these chairs, you have to do a whole slew of other things. You can't cut corners. If you're cutting corners, you're going to miss an important step.
Yes.
And that could be the downfall of your business.
Yeah. It only takes one person to, you know, make a complaint or whatever the case may be. And say bad news travels quicker than good news.
Man.
And so
if you didn't make it to the news with this, you'll make it with something else. Yeah. Have you ever had a customer says, well, you know, because of my allergies, you must have done something and I got allergic to it?
Never. Thank God. Which is why, like, I've had a lot of people say, "Do you do vegan or can you do sugar-free or
the gluten?"
I'm not gluten.
Yeah.
I'm not tap dancing on that floor until I have perfected it scientifically.
Okay.
Because it is a science to make sure that you have the right things together to make it so taste good. Sugar-free, I can't do sugar-free. Look at this. I mean, how do you make this sugar-free? So I'm not going to lie. No.
She's going to have to go back on that.
Yeah, I don't know. Someday.
Yeah.
But right now, I'm focused on this. And that is a goal in the future because
you keep adding to the menu.
Exactly. It is definitely a goal to have some vegan products and some sugar-free products. I have a nephew who has a ton of allergies. He can't do peanuts. He can't do that. So my sister's like, so when are you going to make something for Bryce? Well, listen, I'm 6 months old. I'm going to work on it. Exactly. But for now, I'm not going to venture into an area that I'm not the subject matter expertise in because that's when you get...
That's the big no.
This was egg-free.
Yes.
Egg and this, and this. Which is why it's important to have insurance. But still, I don't want that on my conscience. So.
No. And you're building your brand.
Absolutely.
Building a brand is very important.
Absolutely.
And it has to be perfected. It has to be, and you don't get to perfection overnight.
Exactly.
And I keep using that word, but it's the wrong word because nobody's perfect.
Yeah.
But close to perfect, okay?
Where you need to be.
Yes.
You know, what represents you.
Absolutely. And so, you know, I know that you have gone through so many phases and so many changes. Is this the best one out of all of them?
Oh gosh, I don't even know. There's been so many things that I've been able to overcome and just, bounce back
Mhm.
daily almost. I look around like, oh my God, this is crazy. This is just adding to it. But
Yes.
from where I see, this taking me, the best is yet to come.
Yes. See, that's what I was looking for.
The best is yet to
I
come.
was looking for that.
See?
I was looking for that.
And that's good. And it's mind blowing.
Yeah.
But what I see,
Mhm.
my end,
Mhm.
result, I can't remember the name of the gentleman who created the saying, but it's begin with the end in mind.
Mhm.
And that's really what I've done. I began this, but my end is so much
You
greater
never know.
than what this
Yes.
is. There's so many arms of Creamies
Mhm.
LLC
Mhm.
that I have,
Mhm.
and you'll hear about them coming
Mhm.
soon.
What are your new projects? You got any new projects stemming from Creamies?
I do. I have a few events that I'm working on. I
Nice.
have a Creamies Kids. I'm working on a ladies' night out launch party. I have some
Very nice.
T-shirts. Yeah.
Oh.
So there's a lot coming from this, but I'm praying
Mhm.
and really making
For the right
sure that
time.
I put them in the right order,
Mhm.
because you can't go too fast. And it's not to say I don't
Mm.
want to say, well, I got to get a store. No, that's not,
Mm.
because these things I can do right now,
Exactly.
which will fund
Mhm.
the next step if it's a brick and mortar
Exactly.
anytime soon. But
Yes.
definitely there will be one.
Yes.
Mhm.
I like how you find ways of, because I'm the same way. I could have gone to get a loan, a bank loan,
Mhm.
but for whatever reason, I just didn't think I needed to.
Mhm.
I just said, God always seems to clear
Mhm.
the
Provide.
path,
Mhm.
and He puts in my path the things that I need,
Right.
and so I just trust.
Right.
And that seems to be exactly
Right.
what you're doing.
Absolutely. I today, as I sit here, I remember the moment when I applied, and I honestly can't even tell you why. Now I'm sitting here like, well, why? What was I going to do with the money? Why did I need it? What was I thinking? But I
Mhm.
think sometimes we become overwhelmed. It's just
Yes.
like, oh, I need money. I got to start a
Yeah.
business. I need money, and it really depends on what type of business
Mhm.
that it is.
Mhm.
So this started off exactly the way it needed to.
Mhm.
You have to price your items properly.
Right.
The prices are what they are now. Once I'm in a brick and mortar location, of course they're going to go up because I'm going to have a
Mhm.
different,
That's
different overhead. But just to stay right there for a moment, um, as a minority woman, if you look into the statistics on how many minority women
Mhm.
are denied loans,
Oh.
it's mind blowing.
Oh.
And the location that I applied, they asked a question that absolutely made no sense. And that last question was, are you in a leadership position at a financial institution? I had never been asked that question before, ever, ever. And I have lines of credits and all
Yeah.
that stuff. And I said, yes. Even the person taking the loan was surprised, like, whoa,
Wow.
I've never been asked that question before.
Wow.
So it threw me for a loop that the response was what it was,
Yeah.
until I started doing research, until I watched a show on Netflix called You Go Girl, I think it is. You Go Girl, and it's about minority business owners and the struggles that they go through to get income.
Yes. It's
to
hard.
even rent places. It is very hard.
Very
and you do
hard.
have to know someone, but the struggle is what what we
Yeah.
go through.
And it makes success even so much brighter, so much nicer, because nothing's given to you.
Right.
Nothing's given to a
Mhm.
woman. We literally have to earn
Mhm.
absolutely everything we have,
Mhm.
everything we get.
Mhm.
We have to earn our
Yeah.
spot at that stage.
Mhm.
We have to earn
At the table.
Yes. Because I'm in entertainment and I've been in entertainment for years,
Mhm.
I always told everybody, every day is your stage.
Mhm.
Make it your best.
Mhm.
And for a woman, we have to do that every day.
For a minority woman,
Especially. Every
we
day.
don't have the ability to make a mistake,
No.
to come to work looking a certain kind of
No.
way, to miss a beat.
Mhm.
You have to be on at all times.
Exactly.
And
Does it make it even harder for Creamies?
actually, because I have been in the industry, for so long,
Mhm.
sales and all that stuff, and in an executive position, the things that I have learned, those characteristics that you learn to,
Mhm.
massage to
Mhm.
make or whatever, those things have infiltrated into my business, and they really have become the reason why I'm successful in doing what I do.
Mm.
Customer service,
Yes.
how to treat people, follow up,
Mhm.
marketing, what it should
Mhm.
look like, engaging, all
Yes.
of that stuff, what your
Yes.
product should look like, what
Yes.
kind of boxes should come in, is it inviting?
Yes.
Do you feel like
Mhm.
when
Because
I
even the
first-
box says
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Yes, yes.
And so for me, I look at everything as my name. My name is
Mhm.
my brand.
Mhm.
I'm Jacola. That name Jacola, if it's being written, I'm signing. That's me. So
Exactly.
anything that falls and looks crazy, doesn't sound right, that's a
Mhm.
reflection of me.
Mhm.
So Creamies is the same way. Creamies is Jacola.
Exactly.
And so I can't do something for my business and have it all crazy looking,
Mhm.
if I'm not going to do that for me.
Mhm.
And it really has paid off because people will look at the product and I just know. And the proof's in the pudding. I put out
Exactly.
a post
One post.
at 8 o'clock at night on a Thursday. And on Friday by 11, I had 11 orders. I made almost 200 cupcakes. And I only had
it's
3 flavors.
It is ridiculous. She will put a post on today
Mhm.
about something that she just created it's so funny.
Yeah.
I watch her on Facebook and she'll be in her lab.
In my lab.
In her lab.
That's right.
And she will post something that I just thought about. Like,
The bacon.
I said no!
I had that on my mind. I was like, bacon and maple. Because, like at breakfast time, how the syrup drips on some bacon.
She's a mess.
It was so good.
Was it?
Filled. I ate like 3, and I don't eat my product like that. I'll taste the cream and all that stuff because that's where it is. But
that
to
was so
eat-
funny.
Oh, it was a lot, yeah. It was a lot.
And she'll put something, like right now, she'll put something up that she just created. And she'll, like, if I call her that day, all she'll say, I just got all these orders. Now I'm going to be booked the whole weekend.
And it's all right.
And I'm like, girl, that's
It's
a
all
blessing.
right. It's all right.
That's a blessing.
Yeah, not complaining. You'll always see that. Oh my God, this week is gonna be crazy, but I'm not complaining.
Exactly.
I'm not complaining.
Amen.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mhm.
I'm going to give you these numbers one more time because they're really exciting. 12.3 million women-owned businesses. 9.4 million people employed. $1.9 trillion
That's
that women-owned businesses
That's right.
create.
Mhm.
Oh my God. We are powerful.
Yes, we are. And when you listen to those numbers and, just reflecting back to our previous conversation about, it being difficult to obtain financial support from lenders,
Mhm.
and we managed to still break through
Yes.
and bring those types of numbers and hire people. It's just amazing.
Amen.
We're natural birthers.
Yes.
We're natural cultivators.
Yes.
And we grow.
Yes. Absolutely.
I can see this. Okay, I see that, but this is what it's going to be. That's just our ability to
Absolutely.
do that. And it's amazing.
Exactly.
It's amazing.
Give them your number where they can contact you or Facebook or anything that
so
you
You
want.
can follow me actually you can look me up online at creamiesllc.com. You can also find me on Instagram or Insta and Facebook at Creamies LLC. And stay tuned because I have some things coming down the pike, or you can just give me a call at 856-308-1375 and get Creamies.
Yes. Say that number one more time.
856-308-1375.
This has been just so phenomenal today and so much fun. And I hope the temptation called you.
Yeah.
So thank you for coming. And
Wait, can I tell them what this is?
Oh, yes.
Okay, so today I brought in a deep strawberry crunch cake. It's cheesecake filled. The cupcakes are always also our deep strawberry cupcake. This is the fourth cupcake that I've made, and I've made it every weekend since then. And there's not a week that has gone by that I haven't made that flavor. So try it.
Yes. Call her, get in contact, and thank you for watching the world around us. Come back soon.
Audio Jungle.